Imagine a swarm so vast it can darken the sky, devour entire crops in minutes, and leave devastation in its wake. What creature could possess such terrifying power? Brace yourself as we dive into the fascinating world of migrating locusts. These incredible insects have captivated scientists and struck fear into farmers for centuries. But what makes them so unique? How do they transform from harmless grasshoppers into unstoppable swarms? And why do they suddenly decide to take flight en masse? Today, we'll unravel the mysteries behind the development and characteristics of migratory locusts. From their humble beginnings as solitary creatures to their awe-inspiring metamorphosis into gregarious swarms, we'll explore the fascinating journey of these remarkable insects. Let's start by looking at the early stages of a locust's life. Like many insects, locusts begin as eggs laid in the soil. These tiny eggs are remarkably resilient, able to withstand harsh conditions and even remain dormant for extended periods if necessary. When the time is right, usually after a good rainfall, the eggs hatch and tiny nymphs emerge. These young locusts, known as hoppers, look quite different from their adult counterparts. They lack wings and are much smaller, but they're already equipped with powerful legs that allow them to jump impressive distances. At this stage, the hoppers are solitary creatures, preferring to keep to themselves and avoid contact with others of their kind. As the hoppers grow, they go through several molting stages, shedding their exoskeletons to accommodate their increasing size. With each molt, they become more like adult locusts, developing wing buds that will eventually become fully functional wings. But here's where things get really interesting. Under certain conditions, usually related to environmental factors like drought or overcrowding, these normally solitary insects undergo a remarkable transformation. They begin to change not just physically, but behaviorally as well. This process, known as phase polyphenism, is one of the most fascinating aspects of locust biology. The locusts start to produce more serotonin, a neurotransmitter that affects mood and behavior. This chemical change triggers a cascade of alterations in the locust's appearance and conduct. Their bodies become darker and more robust, their wings grow larger and stronger, and their metabolism shifts to support sustained flight. But perhaps most importantly, their social behavior changes dramatically. The once solitary insects now seek out the company of others, forming dense groups that can quickly snowball into massive swarms. These swarms are truly a sight to behold. Imagine billions of locusts, flying in coordinated patterns, stretching for miles across the sky. A single swarm can contain up to 80 million individuals per square kilometer and cover an area as large as 460 square miles. That's larger than many major cities. But what drives these locusts to migrate in such enormous numbers? The answer lies in their insatiable appetite and the need for survival. As the swarm grows, it quickly depletes local food sources, forcing the locusts to move on in search of new vegetation to devour. This constant movement can carry a swarm incredible distances. Desert locusts, one of the most notorious migratory species, have been known to travel up to 130 kilometers in a single day. Over the course of a migration, they can cover thousands of kilometers, crossing vast stretches of land and even seas. The impact of these swarms on agriculture and human settlements can be devastating. A single adult locust can consume its own weight in fresh vegetation every day. Now multiply that by billions, and you can see why locust swarms have been a plague on humanity since ancient times. In a single day, a modest swarm can eat as much food as 35,000 people. Larger swarms can consume hundreds of tons of vegetation daily, stripping fields bare and leaving famine in their wake. It's no wonder that locust plagues have been recorded throughout history, from ancient Egypt to modern-day Africa and Asia. But it's not just their appetite that makes locusts such formidable adversaries. Their ability to adapt and survive in harsh conditions is truly remarkable. Migratory locusts can withstand extreme temperatures, from scorching desert heat to chilly mountain air. They can go without food for long periods and even swim across bodies of water if necessary. Scientists have long been fascinated by the locust's ability to navigate during these long migrations. Recent research suggests that they may use the sun as a compass, much like many migratory birds do. They also seem to be able to detect polarized light, which could help them maintain their course even on cloudy days. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of locust migration is how it ends. As suddenly as it began, the swarm can disperse, with individual locusts returning to their solitary phase. If conditions are right, they'll settle down, lay eggs, and the cycle will begin anew. Efforts to control locust swarms have been ongoing for centuries, with varying degrees of success. Modern methods include satellite tracking to predict swarm movements, targeted pesticide application, and even biological control using natural predators. However, the most promising approach may be to prevent swarms from forming in the first place. By monitoring environmental conditions in locust populations, it may be possible to intervene early, before the locusts enter their gregarious phase and form swarms. As we've seen, migratory locusts are far more than just pests. They are a fascinating example of how environmental factors can trigger dramatic changes in an organism's biology and behavior. From their remarkable transformation from solitary to gregarious, to their ability to navigate across vast distances, locusts continue to amaze and challenge scientists. Understanding these incredible insects isn't just an academic exercise. It's as crucial for developing effective strategies to manage locust populations and protect food security for millions of people around the world. As we face challenges like climate change and growing global population, the lessons we learn from locusts may prove invaluable. So the next time you hear about a locust swarm in the news, remember the incredible journey these insects have undergone. From tiny eggs in the soil to massive swarms darkening the sky, migratory locusts are a testament to the power and adaptability of nature. And with that, we come to the end of our exploration into the world of migrating locusts. I hope you've enjoyed this journey as much as I have. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies. You never know what wonders you might see.